I only keep it real. I only ever keep it real. Cancel culture is messed up, man. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's been far too long. To the Croak and Crow podcast. We're in the studio. We're live. Video's running. Camera's running. Video and camera is the same thing. Video's going. Audio's going. Let's jump into it. Do I have to introduce myself?
Yeah.
I'm going to. I'm Spencer Cartier. You know me. You know me. And you are?
And I'm not absent.
This is getting fun. How are you? You know what we do here. We talk about everything. We talk about a topic. It gets thrown at my way, like a. It's
fastball.
No, like an alley oop. You're over here. Topic. I'm already in the air. I'm trying not to bobble it.
Yeah.
I try to slam dunk that topic.
Right.
And so.
You don't know it in advance.
I don't know it in advance.
And then you not only talk about the topic, but we somehow weave it in a biblical way. Yep. Not biblical. No. I'm
running up the court now. All I'm waiting is for you to throw that ball up. I'm like, whoa, what's up? And I'm going to slam dunk it. So what is that metaphorical ball?
All right. It's what we're going to talk about today is the cancel culture.
Boom! Easy. Cancel culture. What about it?
The two things, there's always something going on with cancel culture. Cancel culture, canceling somebody in 2020 means that the people as a whole have decide in a group setting. No, they don't decide. It just comes upon it where people, I need to restart.
The whole thing?
Nah, reset. Cancel is when you don't like what someone's done and in a, I'm sorry, I'm ruining your life. Cancel me. What do you say it is?
Okay. What cancel culture is these groups of people find something that you've done in the past that is in their minds wrong, across the board, different things. And then they say, this person should no longer have a platform.
Right.
We're not going to listen to anything you say from now on because of the mistakes you've made in the past.
We found this out about you. So because of this, we're going to cancel the fact that, like, we're not even going to buy your music because you've done this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought about this topic, if I should bring it up. The reason I'm bringing it up right now, there's
because we're canceled.
Okay. We will never be canceled. Okay?
You say that now. Wait till people start pulling up my browser.
No, what I'm saying is they can try to cancel us.
Oh.
If you think that Croak and Crow are going to be canceled, are going to be worried, are going to say, no, you know why?
Why? God
is our boss, and God is never going to cancel us. Okay? So what are you going to cancel me for? I said something wrong, or you feel that I was inappropriate, or you feel that I was insensitive. That's because I'm a human being, okay? So, no, you won't cancel Croak and Crow. You are free to not watch us. You are free to not listen to us. You are free to say, I think they suck.
Who hurt you?
I'm just saying. Going forward,
yeah.
What podcast? You didn't even say. What podcast is this?
24.
24. We are 24 times better today than we were at the first podcast.
24 times?
Every time is better.
100% better?
I'm not good at math. But, okay? You're not going to cancel me.
You're not going to cancel me?
What, you know?
You can't fire me. I quit.
You can't cancel me. You think you can cancel me? You can't cancel me, okay? Because part of being canceled is the cancelee allowing you to say that I'm canceled. So therefore, I thought about this and I said, well, how are we going to do this? Because we've done hypocrites.
Yeah.
Right? And I said, well, is it too close to hypocritical behavior? Because...
No, if anything, the canceller can be the hypocrite in a lot of these cases.
Mm-hmm.
The canceller can be the hypocrite in a lot of these cases. I'm throwing you an alley.
Oh, okay.
Take it.
Got it. Now, there's some things going on in life right now because we're very topical. We're not like always
tropical.
He's tropical. We're not always talking about BC or, topically right now you have the TikTok D'Amelio family in trouble for being rude to a chef or for not appreciating their fans. Let's cancel them. Then we have Sia, the singer with the wig, the bangs. She used a non-autistic dancer to portray an autistic person. Canceled. And the Catholic Church, there are higher ups in the Catholic Church, not my man Fran, but what are you doing?
A piece of apple in my teeth.
The Catholic Church wants to cancel Biden because Biden is a Catholic, but Biden is not saying to not have an abortion, and he's also not saying there's an act where I think your employer has to pay for health care, and it's one of those things that's like, well, I'm not paying for health care if it includes, I guess, family planning. We're going to cancel him because he's not the kind of Catholic. Am I losing you? You look like you're sinking.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. So there's these things that are going on right now that let's cancel them. Let's cancel them. Let's cancel them. So I said, this is topical. This is something for Croak and Crow to talk about. And I brought it to you.
So you come to me asking a favor.
Yeah.
For me to talk about cancel culture.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm going to tell you what. I only keep it real. I only ever keep it real. Cancel culture is messed up, man. There's no two ways about it.
I'm going to make you restart.
No, there's no two ways about it, okay? Cancel culture is messed.
He's listening so intently.
Bruh. Can you imagine if cancel culture was around in biblical times? I'm going to tell you all the people that would be canceled. Abraham almost slaughtered his own son. Canceled when that came out into, when everyone in Jerusalem found that out. David's canceled. Got his boy killed. Come on, you can jump in. Paul's totally canceled. Peter denied Jesus. Christians would cancel him.
They probably cancel Joseph. What's going on with your pregnant girlfriend there?
Well, that's different. So here's the problem with cancel culture. There's two different things to talk about. Accountability and to be canceled. I think everyone, with or without a platform, should be held accountable for the things they said and the things they do. Okay? David was held accountable for what he did. He wasn't canceled for it. God did not lose favor in him, but it's because he was held accountable. So when you see this cancel culture, the problem is there's a lot of fact in a lot of it. You know, you cancel people and they might have said something that was truly wrong.
Right.
And so therefore, those people should truly be held accountable for what they said. But to demonize someone and say, going forward, you are canceled for what you've already did, then what's the point of life? Like, are we all the Virgin Mary? Have none of us screwed up? No, we've all... And also changed... Remember, I talked about in the podcast about this neo-Nazi guy who was a neo-Nazi in his teens, and then he met a Jewish man who employed him. They worked together, and then he realized how ignorant he has been this whole time. Changed his ways for the better, and now he goes around talking to people about, not being ignorant, living lives of loving everyone. So what? Are you going to cancel him for what he said? Like, he was held accountable. He went to jail for the things he did, but he's changed it. Like, are you not allowed to go through life and learn and grow and change? Now, if you find out someone's doing something currently, just to bring some names out, like the Harvey Weinsteins and stuff, where it's like, wow, this guy has been doing this for all this time and is currently doing this. We want him out of Hollywood that's fine. Like, and the problem is it starts there, but then it just keeps going until like this huge gray area where it's like, oh, one time Kevin Hart, when he was 17, tweeted something and used a derogatory slang to a gay person. Now, I don't know Kevin Hart personally, but seeing him talk about it...
He is from Philadelphia.
Seeing him talk about it, I truly got the vibe that he is not...
That person.
He's not that person. He's not... what is it when you... Like, homophobic. Right? And like, he was young and dumb, just a Philly kid. And he said that, and then he was no longer allowed to host the Oscars. And that's where it gets messed up. Like, you should be allowed to change.
Well, I brought up Sia. This is current. The song doesn't even come out, I think, till January. So what are we going to do with Sia? Sia, who used a non-autistic dancer to portray an autistic person. Everyone is coming at her and saying that you shouldn't have done that. From what I heard, she responded and she said, "Just watch this. Just watch it. You'll understand." And she made some different excuses, but I mean, it's current. Yeah. So people are like, cancel her. Don't watch the video. Don't buy the music. What should we do?
I think people are just so quick to cancel other people. I think, you know what you should do? You should watch it. And like before you pass judgment, like, did Sia really do that for she does not want to be in the same room as an autistic person? I don't know at all. Or did she do it because she had this vision and she had this girl who worked with her in everything she's ever done? Like, it's not like, oh, like, why did you put this perfect dancer to the side and pick this one instead? It's like, you know, like, if she casted her daughter, I'm just using an example, in every role, and then there was a role of a deaf girl, and she cast her daughter instead of a deaf girl, is it like, why did you? It's like, well, I've been using this, like, no matter what the position is, you know, like, and it just, here's the thing, I get it. I might be too woke. I might be too open-minded. Some people tell me I am. Because I always say this. I'm not sort of against some of the extreme things I see going on in the world and stuff, because things work as a pendulum, and to get things to progress, you go way too far. It's like a wave. Yeah. And then it pulls back, and hopefully it pulls back to the right way. So we are coming from such a world, like, insensitive. Yeah, and for thousands of years of this same thing, unequal. Of this inequality and this hierarchy and in color and race. Those two same things. And
no, they're not.
Gender. And so I get it that we swing way too hard because it doesn't matter. For too long we have. So I think on the other side, it's important not to to get too hard on, what are you doing? Because it's like, people are just trying to figure out how to be better, how to be a better society. Right. And so you're going to have this extremists and, you know, these people that don't want change, want to go back to the old ways. And I think there is a middle line, but I understand that you have to push a little bit, but it's important just to think about it. Think about things and just try not to judge. Like, people think they're doing such a good thing. I know. With this cancel culture, they're helping other people, but it's like, that person that you're canceling is a person too. Like,
well, that's the story I told you about the Catholic. I don't know who it is. Some kind of, he has a title. He wants to cancel Biden because Biden is representing Catholics in a way that some Catholics don't want to be represented. Yeah. Now, when we talked about hypocrisy, that was more like judging somebody even though you're doing bad things. But I mean, this Catholic is not, he is against abortion and so forth. So he's not being hypocritical.
Is he not, though? Like, people always think hypocritical is being one-to-one. I don't know this guy, but show me his life. Show me that he does everything the Catholic way. What if he did?
What if he is perfect? I mean, no one's perfect, but what if he is perfect enough? He is a priest.
What's perfect enough?
He doesn't break any Catholic rules. He doesn't. I don't know him, and it's not just one person. It's a group of people. Yeah. And I knew they were going to come for Biden. Yeah. We talked about Biden being Catholic before the election. What if he keeps all the Catholic rules And then he sees Biden being a very, not visual, but like he's out there. He's really representing. He shouldn't be though. Really representing. He just is Catholic. He doesn't walk around saying. But what then?
But no, I think that is a big distinction because he's not run. If you were running to be a priest, if you're running to be a cardinal or to be a pope, scrutinize them for that. Can you not be like? Are they coming at his Catholicism, or are they coming at? Oh, you have a platform and that's the problem. I'm gonna tell you the problem. The problem is people think people with platforms owe more than those like without, and it's like I think we just need to start treating everyone like people. Like, would you be harassing that guy like that guy Joey on the street saying, "You never denounced abortion, and I saw you at mass on Sunday"? No,
right?
It's this almost like this dehumanization, and it's like, well, you're not a person, you're the president, and you're a Catholic president. And it's like
people want so much from each person. I remember when Bruce Jenner transitioned to be Caitlyn Jenner, and I think in the beginning they were for Trump or something, and people were so very, very mad and canceled them because as a trans person you needed to act like us because you're messing up our whole situation that we've been building. But it's weird because cancel is always seems to be a group. So if I found out about Sia, and I'm very sensitive about autism being represented, then I would say, well, I don't like it or whatever. But this can't, especially with social media, you're able to like not form. I'm trying to think of a word. Mobilize? No. You're able to group up and say, let's cancel this person. It's not individual. It's like there's strength in numbers.
And that's the thing. It just becomes this people riling each other up. Like, we do need it. It's just down with the establishment. It's all silly. And truly ask yourself, you cancelers, you Catholic cancelers, are you really loving the neighbor when you're doing that? Or are you not considering old Joe, the neighbor? You're not. Like people it's easy to hate and to come at people. It's a human emotion, and it's very easy to fall into it. And it's a sticky wicket because you lie to yourself and you say, I'm doing something that's good and noble, and it's like you're not. Like, if you like the truest, you think the Pope, current Pope, old Pope, sorry, is sitting there getting so mad, like trying to tear these people down. No, like you're at peace with yourself. You love people. If they do have qualities that you don't agree with, you can speak your own opinion and say, listen, like, this is what I believe. But this, like, trying to... Why is everyone trying to control everyone else? Like, live your best life. Love your neighbor. Love yourself. Like, what's the point? Like, what are you going to gain?
I saw... It went very quickly from not saying anything when people were inappropriate or roles were cast in unfair ways and all this, to or people tweeting what they shouldn't have, or people whatever they did that was frowned upon. It went from, you did this, let's hear an apology. And apologies were really, really big for a while, but cancel is when you say, I don't care, you're done. You're done. You might as well hang up your coat, pick a new occupation, change your name. Because when you cancel, so you could put like the the big stamp, canceled. When you cancel somebody, or you try to, you're saying, we don't want to hear anything from you again.
And you know what? I'm not here for it. I'm talking to you Catholics now. I'm talking to this group particularly that came at Joe. In a recent podcast, I was told that my idol, Kevin Bacon.
Kevin
Kevin Bacon.
I call him Kevin.
I call him Kev. Kev was once a Catholic and is now an atheist. And that got me thinking. I'm not saying I have no idea what his reason is.
Yeah.
But you Catholics, that you're canceling Joe Biden, a Catholic in presidency, you should be behind him, rooting him on. And you could talk to him privately, send him letters of your disagreements.
Yeah.
But what you're doing, I'm going to get mad now. You push people away from...
Yeah.
You make people want to hide the fact of their Catholicism because they don't want to get canceled. They're not going to speak their mind. Oh, I don't want to say I'm Catholic because I'm also pro-abortion, so I'm running for president.
Right.
I'll just say I'm Christian.
Right.
What are you doing?
Right.
Dummy?
Yeah.
You big dummy? Like, people are so quickly to cancel their own and because of disagreements in-house. It's like...
Why did you bring up Kevin?
Because there's a wave of Catholics who are leaving the church.
Oh yeah,
and I think in big part it's because of things like this. It's like if you're not,
it's not worth it. It's like
if you're not 100% with us, then you're 100% against us, and it's like, what?
Right.
What?
What?
JC, Jesus, he was so inclusive. Like, you think he asked everyone, "Oh, what's your belief? What's your belief?" No, he said, "Are you a good person?
Right.
Do you love God? You're in my clique."
Right.
This like, oh, well, actually, this one thing we don't agree on, but we agree on probably 99 other things. You know, it's like you got to find. That's the thing. We're getting to this place in life where our cultures are meshing, which is great, and blah blah blah. But we're just finding less differences in each other. So then when we do find it, we jump on it. Jump on the ones we can.
Yeah. The thing I find with canceling this, it's very mob mentality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like with hypocrite, it was like the one person.
Yeah.
You talk about a Karen or something like this, and it's the one person who's. These are my opinions, and I don't care if you have me on a cell phone video. Yeah. And even though they're jerks, at least they're just brave and standing alone.
Yeah. Guess what? We brought up the He Who Cast the First Stone on the Hypocrite episode.
Yeah.
But I think it actually fits more now.
Because it's a crowd.
Well, I'm gonna learn y'all something or two.
Mm-hmm. Pay attention.
Turn
up the thing at this point.
Turn up the thing.
The volume. Turn up the volume.
Jesus is rolling around with his boys, and he sees this mob, this group of people who are quite literally trying to cancel this man from this earth.
True.
He's done wrong. No one's denying that. Jesus didn't deny that. Or is it a woman? Was it a guy or a girl that was being?
Oh, I think, man, Jesus was a woman. I'm like,
no.
Now we've.
You think I'll just drop that bomb?
I just was like, okay,
no,
it was a woman.
A woman.
It was a woman. She was proven to have been part of adultery. I believe. Yeah.
And they were all there, like, it's game on. They were high fiving each other, like passing each other rocks, like, we're gonna cancel her. Men, women, and children. She messed up. Now she's getting canceled. Yeah. And Jesus says to the crowd, okay, all of you, because I bet it feels like when you're all in agreement, it feels like this is the right thing to do. Right. But who's going to throw the first stone? You know what? He who cast the first stone, let him be without sin. Yeah. Probably jumbled that up, but... And then they all looked at each other, and they're like, well, I'm going to throw it because I just need the first person. Like, yeah. Who started this mob of saying this person is wrong? And then they all just threw the rocks down and walked away. Right. It's the same thing with you get this mob, and it's like everyone's like, no, you're right. No, yeah. Well, that's the thing. He is bad. And it's like, all right, stop, all of you there. Which one of you hasn't messed up? Right. You be the first problem stone thrower. The problem in 2020 is that they'll still throw it. We've gotten to a place, that was a parable. We need Jesus. Right. In that story, the good part of the story is that the people were honest and they put the stones down. Yeah. In 2020, when Jesus himself turns and says, you without a sin, you be the first to cancel. They're like, cancel. But I think the brevity, I think the strength that these people have is hiding in virtual lands. Absolutely. You're on a keyboard and you go, canceled. Absolutely. And you know what? Dixie Maleo. Yeah. What's her name? That's a big part of it. And I'm not one of these people saying,
D'Amelio,
throw away your phones, yada yada. Oh, don't use social media. I use social media on a daily basis, but I guarantee. Let's talk about Charli, because I imagine she has a lot of the same demographic of her. I don't think she has middle-aged like librarians watching her. It's all sort of like younger people.
Yeah, right.
Who were following her. She got like about 1 million unfollowers.
Right.
Show me you of the millions of followers that unfollowed her for not caring about her fans. If you saw her in person, would you fangirl or would you spit on the ground?
No. You'd
freak out. You'd grab your phone. You'd run over. Say, "Can I get a selfie?"
Of course.
But it's just so easy to because that's how you dehumanize people.
Yeah.
She is not a young girl who's sitting across from me. She is this giant of a person who's on my phone, and it's like, we need to get back to understanding that we're all human.
Yeah, there's another thing happening right now on the Great British Bake Off.
The Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
In it.
For all our UK listeners, the Great British Bake Off, which I watch on Netflix, and we're getting to the semifinal just happened last week, a few days ago, and now we're going to the finals. Anyway, Hermione got voted out, and Laura got to stay.
No.
It is a baking show. Oddly enough, there's no prize. There's no cash money. Okay, it's a baking show. It's in its whatever season. Had a ton of seasons, just like us, And anyway, it's a baking, cupcakes and bread and biscuits. The two judges taste it. They say this, and that's the end of the story. Hermione got voted off. People are giving so much hate to Laura. Laura's left with Dave and Peter.
Yeah.
They're giving so much hate to Laura because Hermione got sent home, to the point that Hermione said, "Please stop bullying in my name. I don't want you to do that." Laura said, "I can't stop crying." And Paul Hollywood, the judge, he had to put out a message and be like, "Are you all crazy? This is a baking show. And you didn't taste it. We tasted it."
Yeah.
But there's such this, I don't like it. The everybody banding together, and yet you have no idea who you're banding with, but it's like, let's get this person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's a very human nature thing to get in this mob mentality, and it's going to happen. It's happened since the spawn of days, this sort of us against them, and it's what causes all the problems, and you don't realize when you're doing things like this, but it's the same mentality that turns people racist, that turns people stereotypical.
Yes.
It's people like me against a certain type of people, or a single person in this case. Yeah. And it's very easy because you get riled up. You have that.
There's like a giddiness to it, though. Yeah, it's like they're having joy out of it.
It's like you're on a team or something.
Yeah.
And because people like being a part of something.
I know.
And that's the problem. And when it's negative, it can be very dangerous.
Right.
You use that, have that same type of energy in something good.
Well, the problem is, they always say, if you read a bad review online, right? And they're like, "Oh, I was going to get this carpet cleaner." And then someone's like, "Oh, I used that carpet cleaner and they put holes in my carpet." Yeah. What do they say? Only people who had bad experiences leave reviews. Yeah. So that they might have had 1,000 happy carpet customers who didn't leave reviews. Yeah. And I find that with cancel culture, the people who don't want to cancel the person or the people who want to praise someone else, or that was really good, they don't have that energy. They don't have that, let's all collectively go after this person. Yeah. It's like hunting, Yeah. They want to hunt and they want to find. And the thing people hate most is when someone doesn't care. I follow a guy on Instagram, and he has albinism, and there was a movie. So they don't. I don't know what movie it is. I can't remember. It was a while ago. In the movie, they were unkind to people with albinism in a way that it's just the way they refer to them and stuff. It's not. It's not appropriate. So people tried to rile this this guy up and say, "Did you see the movie? Did you hear what they said?" Da, da, da. And he was like, "No, I didn't see it. You know, like, what did they say?" And they told. He said, "Oh well." And it was like they were dejected. They were deflated. It's like we thought we could have blown this up.
Standing there with torches and pitchforks. Yeah. Ready to go. Have them lead the charge. Yeah. People suck.
No. They don't.
No, I'm kidding.
People are great, but the people who are great don't usually... Because what would you do? Mm-hmm. You know? You would just... You know how it is. Bad news sells, headlines, clickbait.
Yeah, and I mean, like you were talking about reviews. One bad review is outweighs 20 good reviews.
Yeah.
Like, it could kill a business. Yeah. Getting 5 bad reviews and 100 good ones. Right. If the bad reviews are powerful enough. But, yeah, I mean...
Also, like, people expect people to be a star in every category of their life. So it's like, if this person's a great, great singer, then you're going to expect them to be a great, whatever, like, have such knowledge of science and relationship and, you know, and when they don't, like, that's what struck me about the D'Amelio story is these teenagers. Yeah. And they're saying, well, you didn't, you know, you spoke with that. And it's like, she's known for dancing. Like,
that's what I was saying earlier. It is harder behind social media and things like that when you're just like, would you attack a 16-year-old girl in front of you? Right. For saying something dumb?
Right. Or would you even care?
No. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like if someone told us, do you know what's happening over at Abington High School? Yeah. This girl, she said that she didn't care. And we'd be like, why would I care about that?
Yeah. If I'm walking at the mall mm-hmm. and I see a group of 17-year-old girls talking about their Instagram followers and like that they don't have enough, you think I'd be like,
you ungrateful.
Ladies, do you not care about the Instagram followers that you do have? No, I would say, look at this, 16-year-old girls being 16-year-old girls, and I'd continue on to Yankee Candle and buy my candles and leave.
Oh my gosh, the candle's good.
Yeah, it's what do you all think happened? You think people are born famous?
Right,
besides
exactly.
famous kids.
Exactly.
I mean, like, but seriously, like, it's the Charli D'Amelio. She gained fame. That's great. But did she get, you know, men with sunglasses and black suits around her house and is like, all right,
open up the briefcase.
Yeah, open up the briefcase and it's like,
you're now
this is your new personality. Yeah. You will no longer make mistakes. Yeah. She's still the dumb 16-year-old girl who would be hanging out at a mall, saying dumb things, being a teenage girl. But no, she gets a ton of people to love her, and then it's like, now that gives you the right to criticize her. It's like, kick rocks. I can't say it enough. Kick rocks.
People have to grow up.
Grow up.
We said so many times to be like a child.
Be like a child. Yeah.
No, you're saying like be like a child, but now I'm saying for you to grow up.
Grow up.
But you know what I mean when I'm saying there's a time for everything.
There's time for everything.
And
there's time for, except for being a hypocrite.
For being a hypocritical canceller. And it's just so, it's not even across the board. Like a few years ago, everybody wanted to cancel Ariana Grande because she licked the donut and, you know, she went in the bakery, And it was like, you know, and then I guess time passed and they liked her music enough to say, hey, let's forget we did that. Like, it's just, it literally is, you know, when they say a loose cannon, like, it's just, if it's pointing at you and they're firing, you could really damage some. Literally, when I talked about the Great British Bake Off, Hermione said in her tweet, people kill themselves over this. Like, not over the Great British Bake Off, but you never know. Like this when you're in the what is it called, crosshairs? Yeah. You know, sure. After a while it might go off of you, like Ariana. But can you withstand it? Yeah. And the people who did it, do they care? No, they probably moved on.
We'll move on to the next thing. That's the thing. It's like, how would you, in your normal, boring life, you cancelers? And first of all, I once again, there's so many things, like movements and stuff, where I try to like point out a specific type. Like, there is things that do need to be brought to attention. Like I said, like, you know, the Weinstein and things like this. So it's not nobody.
Let everybody.
Nobody should be taken off. Like
no one's ever taken to task.
What we're talking about.
What's his name? R. Kelly.
Yeah.
We need to cancel R. Kelly. I would guess.
Not his music. What do you think about that?
Go on with what you were going to say instead.
Yeah. So, but this type of small scale thing is ridiculous. Like you in your small little life, can you imagine just doing your normal daily chores? You're choring, you go to the store.
Choring and storing.
And then out of nowhere, your phone starts blowing up with 9 million notifications, hate things out of nowhere.
Right.
For you and living your normal life.
Right.
Like you might have cut an old woman off pulling into the Acme parking lot.
Yeah.
And then all those videos and you're looking at it and you're like, what? Would you be able to go through with that? Because guess what? It's absolutely no different. Like I said, people imagine, I don't know if it's a jealousy thing or an envy of famous people's lives.
I know.
And it's like as if they're just floating a cloud everywhere.
Yeah.
They live their normal daily lives, doing normal daily things.
Look at Laura on Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
The show was filmed in the summer.
Yeah.
You know how they did it. So it was Corona, so they had locked them down and then they filmed it and now it's just airing now.
Yeah.
The show has already been filmed.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was very happy to be pushed through. What was she supposed to do? When they said, Laura, you stay. What was she supposed to do? No, I'm going to go because I have a feeling people in a few months are going to hate me for this. So she was, it's a contest. She was happy that she went through. A few months passed. She's living her life. The show airs. And next thing, literally, her social media is blowing up.
She's at home sitting,
right,
petting her dog. And then out of nowhere,
right,
after having this exciting summer and stuff, all this hate comment from it.
And on top of that, she's getting physically insulted.
Yeah.
She's a larger girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so because there's so many, then they start like going after her in that department. Yeah. And it's just like,
and that's
who are these people?
That's the thing. It turns ugly and these people think like, oh, they're defending someone, but you're being nasty. Like it's just wrong. I guess all I can say is it's wrong. Just love your neighbor. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Like, there's most of the world has...
Because I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the people who are attacking Sia and literally autistic people are. They're like, hey, like we're really trying hard to change the perception of us and da-da-da. But when you cancel someone, you're not saying, I would love for you to be educated on this, and I would love for you to...
No, they don't want people to learn.
They're just... I told you before, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. It's like, no, I'm not going to let you learn.
Yeah. You've already made your... And that's the thing. It's like, isn't life about learning? Like, educate... Like, do you just expect everyone to have all the education they'll ever have? And,
right.
Like, you do people more of a favor by being kind, treating them well, and then educating them on... Oh, like you said this, and like that's actually insensitive. That person's like, oh my god, I had no idea. Like, I literally had no idea.
I've been told many times that
because I'm pretty defensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't like to feel ignorant. So if I say like, a certain word that I don't for example, dwarfism.
Yes.
What I'm learning now is that you're not allowed to say the M word.
Exactly.
Never knew that.
No.
And not even in the boys used to say it. I used to say it in a very casual way. Like, oh, that person is a fill in the blank.
Instead of saying a little person, you thought that was the word.
I thought that was the word.
Right.
And if, I learned just on my own. But say, if two people came at me in different circumstances, one came said, how dare you, blah, blah, I would say, kick rocks, get out of my face. I'll say whatever I want to say, whenever I want to say it.
Yeah.
And you know what? You smell like doo-doo.
Yeah.
But if another person, the same thing, came up to me and was like, hey, by the way, that's actually like a derogatory term.
Right.
Like, next time, like, try to use this or this. I'd be like, oh my, I would get a little embarrassed.
Right.
I'd be embarrassed myself. Like, whoa, I'm so sorry. Like, I had no idea. Mm-hmm. And so what are you all doing?
Yeah.
And then, if then I was like, oh, I don't care, I'll say whatever, then you can attack me. Then you can go further and say, okay, well, you're being ignorant.
Right.
But off the gate, get out of here.
Yeah. it's like raising a child. If you're so on top of them, you should have done that. You did it. You know. I know I didn't say anything there. If you're so on top
Donnie from Wildthorn.
Who is the drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Second time I said that.
On the podcast?
It might have been outside.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cut it out. Don't edit it. Just cut it out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So if you are so on top of a child and correcting them at every turn and treating every single thing they've done as, cut it out. If you are on top of a child and correcting them at every turn and not allowing them to live their life without, being afraid of correction,
mm-hmm.
they're either going to be you're going to raise one of two type of children. One, someone who's afraid to make a move.
Yeah.
They're going to be very closed, quiet, and careful. And they're going to, I have no confidence, no confidence because I probably am going to make a misstep. I'm probably going to do something wrong. Or you're going to raise what you just talked about, which is, I don't care. And like worse, the little kid with the knife.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you have? A knife. And he's running around. Because when you feel like it's a losing battle, everything I do is wrong. Oh, well, if I'm going to be insensitive and I don't care. And if someone asks me to use pronouns, I'm not going to use them. Sometimes those people, it's just because they feel it's
a defense mechanism.
It's a defense mechanism.
They are already feeling attacked.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to give people a chance. And you want people to be creative. You want people to be vocal. You want people to spread out. Mm-hmm. And not be afraid of being canceled. Not corrected, but canceled. Canceled is, they canceled the show. You're never going to see the show again.
That's our motto. Correct, don't cancel.
Correct, don't cancel, yeah.
Correct, don't cancel. No, I'll figure out a cleaner way to say it.
Don't cancel, correct.
Don't cancel, correct.
No, it sounds like don't cancel.
It's better to correct than to cancel. It can just be a little longer,
yeah.
Yeah, but I think we're in agreement.
But wait, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do if people come for you? You said something against French Canadians the other day.
I took it back. I said my last name's Canadian.
I know.
Not Canadian. French Canadian, actually, yeah.
Yeah, French Canadian. No, I'm just saying. It was an example. I've said so many wrong things.
I like the French Canadians.
Listen.
I've never been to Canada.
Listen.
I can't even talk.
Yes, you have.
At Niagara.
You went to Canada.
I was there for 2 hours.
You were there. I wasn't.
And I left because I saw French Canadian.
Listen. It's an example. Yeah. Okay? What are you going to do?
I'm pretty sensitive. I'll cry.
See, that's a shame. But it's true.
I swear I'll cry.
But it's true.
What? No, it's not. I don't cry.
No, not you. I'm saying...
I'm built like steel.
No, I'm saying... No, I didn't mean it was true that you're crying.
Well, no, but it's true. He would.
No. I am like you just said. I'm super defensive.
You can't cancel us, but if you do, we get really sad.
No, I wouldn't get really sad. I would probably become a different type of show and just
start cursing everyone out.
Spew my...
Oh, you came after me. You came after me? Looking like that?
No, I am working on myself. But I'm the type that, you know how we always say, if someone's hypocritical, or we just talked about cancelers, that, wait, are they perfect? Are they perfect? I'm like motivated to go find the person and see what they do in their life, then what can I publish about it?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to...
Can't fight fire with fire.
I'm not going to be that way, because now I am... Zen. And so what would you do, though?
If what?
If they said, we're canceling you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends in what circumstance. I feel like I haven't, like, in this scenario, have I done something? Like
not intentionally.
Not intentionally? Then I probably would tell them to kick rocks. I'd say kick rocks. That's what I would say.
Yeah. The good thing, like I said, about what we're doing, our boss is God. So there's so many things you have to...
Report directly to the boss. You're getting fired.
No, but there's so many things that if you work for a corporation and they say, you work for Bank of America.
Yeah.
Then your hands are tied.
I'm at the office right now,
Yeah.
And some dude walks in the door and says, I don't like what you're doing over there. You're fired. I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who are you? That's what I'd say.
Right. So we don't have to worry about it. If people want to cancel us,
feel free. We're getting kind of tired of doing these podcasts.
You know what? No, but if you want to cancel us, don't cancel us until you've watched every single podcast, because basically in every single podcast we say that we are learning and we're open to correction. Correct. Don't cancel.
PSA announcement.
No, you look like an after school special.
Hey, you want to go cancel something?
Let's go cancel.
Yeah. And then it pauses.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Correct. Don't cancel.
Oh my God. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, what? Okay, dude. All right. That's our podcast. Go out. Don't cancel people.
No.
Love your neighbor. Treat people like humans. Doesn't matter.
Don't hide on the internet and not think that...
Nothing will find you.
I talked before about IP addresses. Yeah. No. Don't
cancel us. I got 2 brothers.
This is a challenge. No, what I'm saying is, be honest. Like you said, would you do that to the person's face, or are you being brave and brave isn't even too nice of a word, but are you being sneaky? Yeah. Because you can just
you sneaky little dog.
Sneaky, and you're just typing in something mean.
Yeah, just love the neighbor, man. We're all humans.
Love the neighbor man.
Love the neighbor man and the neighbor woman. We're all humans. We're all going through the same thing. Spend more time empowering each other and less time tearing each other apart. And I swear we'll live in a better world. But that is our podcast.
Yeah.
That's it. Our podcast is done. I'm cutting it off. It's been great. It's been fun. We'll be back tomorrow unless we get canceled overnight.
Yeah.
If that's the case,
we'll rebrand.
If that's the case, you'll be seeing us at your window.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Have a good day.
Yeah.
And don't cancel anyone today. At least just put it off a day. Put it off one day.
Yeah.
Peace!